going from a fucking bowling alley to the TD Garden, dude. What the fuck? I have a great opponent. I know Boston very well. You know, him and I are actually buddies. He's an awesome dude. What's actually pretty funny is that, you know, when we got this whole like fight formulating, I had been planning out to go, and Boston invited me out to Vegas to go and stay with him and train with him. So it was a very weird phone call to tell him that, you know, it probably shouldn't happen at this point. But there'll be no love lost. You know, Boston's gonna be, he's an awesome dude right now. He's gonna be an awesome dude after the fight, and then, you know, we can just put on a show, make a couple dollars, and have some fun. That's all there is to it. So him and I, we fought on the same card back in April. And we were chilling, you know, on weigh-in day, had some food, you know, we're just like bullshit. He's like, he's just a cool dude. I went out to Vegas last year, and I met like a bunch of his boys, and I came boys with like his boys, and then I knew Boston, and then so it was like there was a friendship between us. So like it wasn't like a strange thing. So we fought on the card in April, like I said. And when we started hearing rumblings that, you know, we could be fighting, I called him. I was like, "Yo, what?" I'm like, "What's up, man? I got some good news, some bad news." He's like, "What's the bad news?" I'm like, "No, what's the good news?" I'm like, "Well, probably gonna be fighting on the same card again." He's like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Against each other." Like, I was like, "Let's go have some fun. Let's get some money. Let's win $50,000." So, you know, that's the plan. Just business. That's all there is to it. We're in it for the same reason, man. Why am I gonna be mad at him? He has the same goal. You know, he's an awesome, down to earth, humble dude. I don't have. You're not gonna hear this whole thing, this whole build up to the fight. You won't hear me say a single bad thing about Boston Sam. He's cool, man. I like him a lot, and he's a stud. That boy can punch. He can grapple. He's good, man. It's gonna be a fight. So it was between my last amateur fight and my first pro fight. It was about 4 years. Um, and I hit a mental block, man. It was so crazy. I could not figure it out. I couldn't pull the trigger. It was so weird, man. Like, I can't even describe it. So I sought a lot. I sought a lot of help. I actually, you know, I started studying sports psychology in school. I started reaching, you know, reading about a lot of sports psychologists, listening to a lot of podcasts, and just kind of figuring out myself. Also, I was very young then, man. I was 19 years old. So, you know, that jump from 19 to 24, that's a pretty big jump. You know, maturity level. You know, 4 years from being 30 to 34, that's not that bad. But 19 to, you know, 24, it's kind of a big jump. There's a lot of things happening. You kind of go from a boy to a man. So I think a lot of those things, you know, really helped, and got me to where I am now. Everything happened for no reason. It was a blessing in disguise, apparently. Who knows? I kind of do it now because I enjoy it. I kind of put all this pressure, like I have to do this, you know, I have to eat clean, I have to train, I have to do, you know, 2 days. Now it's like, holy shit, now like I get to do all these things. Like, this is so fun. I kind of like, I embrace the lows rather than like dwell on them. I love, you know, I love the weight cut. I love the, you know, the shitty nerves in the back. I love fucking scared. I love, you know, the highs of it. It's just, you know, the balance. It's just all. I just kind of learned to embrace it all and just run with it, man. It's just cool. I mean, I have the best job in the world. I get to work out all day. Then I get to go. I had to go on a Saturday night, you know, a couple times a year and throw some punches at someone. Dude, it's fucking awesome. It was a bowling alley, but it wasn't like a Ryan's Family, dude. It was cool. It was like a bar, it was like adults like party place. You know, there was like drunk games, there's axe throwing, it's in like 3 bars. Like, it's fucking cool. So like typing on like Instagram saying that I fought at a bowling alley, it sounds a lot stupider than what it is. That was actually like, I think that's what like that particular venue is what allowed me to start firing off, because, you know, the reason of not fighting was a mental barrier. And if I'm fighting at a bowling alley where the audience is restricted and it can be contained and the cap is a lot smaller than, say, you know, fighting at a much bigger show. Now it's just like, all right, I was at a bar and I got into a fight. I was at the bar with a couple friends and I got into a fight. You know, that was like kind of outlook that I had. So I think that really allowed me to progress into these bigger promotions. You know, Cage Titans, I fought all my fights there, and having that fight there and then go into like their main place, you know, that's a big jump. But I think I think I did it the right way. I did step by step. You know, we're gonna go to the bowling alley and then we'll take that jump and then we'll go from that jump and we'll stay there and then we'll go to the UFC. You know, so I think I did it. I think it some psychological barrier, like that's what really helped me out, was, you know, fighting in a bowling alley. And follow the journey, man. It's gonna be worth it. I'm not like these other guys. I don't put on this show, man. I'm just an idiot all the time. Follow me on Instagram, Randy_Costa, and Twitter, Randy Costa 135. Tune in October 18th. Me and Boss are gonna punch each other's heads off, and it's gonna be sick. I can't wait.